Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about Mega Kangaskhan X, because Mega Kangaskhan X has gone and been confirmed. And let's be perfectly clear. I'm not saying it's a rumor. I'm not saying it's likely. I am saying with absolute certainty, this has been confirmed. Do you want to know why, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want to know why? Well, good news. I can tell you why. You see, we have the images for the binders, which are coming out with Mega Revolution, and they are coming from Ultra Pro, like they always tend to do. This isn't that amazing, and a lot of the time when we talk about these binders, we go, well, they're kind of cool, and I always show them to you, but I generally put them in another video, and I go, look, these are coming, some of you are going to like them, some of you don't. Here's the crucial part. They just take the booster pack artwork, and they put it onto a binder, and that's it. That's what we get. Well, if we have a look at the 4-pocket binder here, we'll notice that we've got Gardevoir and Mega Venusaur. And oh look, we've already seen Gardevoir, and we've already seen Mega Venusaur. So those are going to be 2 of the 4 booster pack artworks. And actually, Gardevoir is one of the 2 booster pack artworks over in Japan. And then if we go and have a look at the 9-pocket binder, we've got Lucario on the front, and we've already seen that Lucario is coming into set, and we've already seen that it is one of the 2 booster pack artworks over in Japan. And then we see Mega Kangaskhan. There's no other explanation here, and I really honestly don't think there's much of another possibility. When they make these binders, they show us the booster pack artwork. There are 4 booster pack artworks, therefore, coming for Mega Revolution, 2 of which are the same Gardevoir and Lucario that we see over in Japan. Although I say that, actually it's worth noting that the pose of Mega Lucario isn't actually quite the same in Japan on the booster pack artwork and over here on the binder. And similarly, the Gardevoir isn't got exactly the same pose. So, very similar, but actually different poses. That is going to be important to some people. We've then got Mega Venusaur, which again matches up with the Mega Venusaur we've already seen. And then Mega Kangaskhan. So no, I don't think there's any way we're not getting a Mega Kangaskhan. Now, I did hold off just to make sure Mega Kangaskhan wasn't revealed after I made this video. But it hasn't been. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be perfectly clear here. Mega Kangaskhan confirmed. What does Mega Kangaskhan do? Well, I don't know, but I can give you a few predictions here and there based on what we know about Mega Kangaskhan. But they are essentially the 4 poster children for Mega Revolution. Over here, at least. Mega Gardevoir, Mega Lucario, Mega Venusaur, and Mega Kangaskhan. For what it's worth, that does mean we are expecting it to be moderately good. Now, I'm not saying any of the Mega Pokemon so far are absolutely, inarguably busted, but Mega Gardevoir being able to do 50 damage for each energy attached to all of your Pokemon, bearing in mind we do, of course, have the Gardevoir, at least for a short time, the Gardevoir from Scarlet and Violet base, which accelerates a bunch of energy. Make no mistake about it, Mega Gardevoir is going to fit into that and be pretty good. We've got Mega Venusaur, which has the highest HP of any Pokemon we've ever seen. And it's got an ability that lets you move all your grass energy around. There is a lot of potential there. Don't forget, we've got the new Wally's Compassion card that will allow you to heal off all the damage from one of your Mega Pokemon. And oh no, you've got to put all the energy attached to it into your hand. But you don't if there's no energy on, which there won't be, because you're going to move it all off using Venusaur's ability. You're going to heal, and then you're going to move it right back again. Yes, that sounds like the kind of thing we might be trying to do. And then we've got Mega Lucario coming in here, which is, the other one. And we got single energy, 130, and you get to attach free fighting energy from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way that you like. There's a lot. I might make a Mega Lucario deck, actually. That sounds like fun. But the point I'm making here is the ones that get on the booster pack tend to be the more exciting ones, the ones that Pokemon are pushing. It does not guarantee that they're all going to be great, But it does mean their one's Pokemon are pushing a bit more. Although it is worth noting that in Japan, like I've said, it's Gardevoir and Lucario, and Japan do tend to try and put the best Pokemon on the booster pack, so make of that what you will. Of course, some of you may have noticed we're actually currently missing Kangaskhan EX. There's a promo Kangaskhan, Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, which has been out in Japan for a little while now, it's been out for a few weeks, that we don't have. And this is not that unusual. It takes the promos a little while to get from Japan over to us. But I do find it very interesting that Mega Kangaskhan EX is coming at a time when we haven't actually got Kangaskhan yet. Kangaskhan, if anyone's wondering, 2 energy, flip 4 coins, 30 damage for each heads. But do bear in mind, it's a rocket Pokemon, so you can use Team Rocket's energy. So this is essentially a single energy attack on a basic Pokemon. So turn 1 going second, whack a Rocket's energy on there, flip 4 coins, 30 for each heads. You can't tell me that's not at least a little bit enticing. And then free energy, 120 damage. But if you played a Team Rocket supporter from your hand this turn, it does 220. Essentially, you use the first attack and then the next turn you attach 1 last energy to use that second attack, and it's a Team Rocket card. You're going to be using a bunch of Team Rocket energy. And then Team Rocket supporters, and oh look, it's going to work quite nicely. I think there's a little bit of potential with Mega Kangaskhan here as a little bit of a meme deck. It's one I'm certainly going to be playing around with if and when we ever actually get it. So I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, this seems kind of cool. But it is weird that we are missing Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, that we don't currently have Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, and yet there's another one coming. And look, Japan's not thinking about this because Japan's thinking about their own release schedule. When creatures are making these sets over in Japan, they're thinking, hey, we did Team Rocket's Kangaskhan as a promo a few weeks back. Why don't we come in with a new Kangaskhan now? Yay, let's do that. Not where we're going here. Now, it's worth remembering we had Mega Kangaskhan before. And Mega Kangaskhan before was fun because it was the only Mega Pokemon that was actually any good before we got Spirit Links coming in. Spirit Links, remember, were those cards whereby you could evolve up into a Mega Pokemon without ending your turn. The old Mega rule was when you Mega Evolve, you end your turn, and we then later got Spirit Links, which essentially broke that rule, which was really good, because the Mega Pokemon were basically terrible without Spirit Links, other than Mega Kangaskhan. Now, we did have a single energy attack on the basic that drew 3 cards, which was good. But then we evolved up, and we had an attack for free energy that flipped until you got Tails and did 30 more damage for each heads, which was actually pretty gosh darn relevant, and you may notice does sound suspiciously like what we see from Team Rocket. It's in that same kind of ballpark. But essentially, this would be a bit of a tank. It had a very high HP for the time. And we played it with Aromatisse that moved all the energy off and then healed and moved it back on. Hang on a second. Doesn't that sound a lot like what we currently see from Venusaur? Why, yes. Yes, it absolutely does. And for what it's worth, Team Rocket's Kangaskhan has 230 HP for a basic, which isn't huge, but it's not terrible. One thing that is worth noting, we have seen a basic Mega Evolution in this block, and it is Mega Latias, and that is a basic. So whereas last time we had to evolve up into Mega Kangaskhan, it's going to come through as a basic Pokemon now. That is very important to note. I don't know, maybe we can combine it with Venusaur and do the same kind of thing again. Okay, we're probably not going to, but you never know. Old heads like me would like that. But certainly flipping coins is something that Kangaskhan does a lot. I just showed you on the Mega Kangaskhan, and I just showed you on the Team Rocket's Kangaskhan. And those of you that play Pokemon Pocket might actually notice that there's a pretty fun Kangaskhan in Pokemon Pocket back in the first set, which was very much a, hey, how many heads can you flip? Because if you can flip pretty well, you're going to have a jolly old good time. So that's got to be your first guess here. is that we're going to be flipping a bunch of coins and hoping to do a whole bunch of damage. Of course, we could look at Kangaskhan EX, which we got not too long ago. That was in 151. And single energy, draw 3 cards, free energy, flip 4 coins, 100 damage for each hit. Hang on a second. That sounds very similar to that. I will say Kangaskhan EX was actually quite different. It was 80 damage for free energy, but 160 if they were confused. Yay. But certainly drawing cards is something we've seen from Kangaskhan a lot, because the 151 had it as well. And flipping coins to do damage is something that we've seen on Kangaskhan a lot as well. Not guaranteeing by any stretch of the imagination, but if we look at kind of your special Kangaskhan, your EXs and stuff that we've had in the past, that seems to be the prevailing pattern, so to speak. So there we go. I can't tell you what Mega Kangaskhan's going to do. I'm sorry, I wish I could. What I can tell you is it is coming, and no, it's not a prediction. Okay, technically it's a prediction, but I'm not seeing any realistic chance that it's not coming. Technically, I have to tell you that it's a prediction because it's not confirmed. In reality, I'm telling you that I'm not seeing any realistic chance we're not getting it. It's on one of the booster pack artworks because it's on the file, the binder, the portfolio, phrase it how you will, which means it's coming in the set, all right? And as for what it does, probably going to, single energy draw 3 cards. We've seen that a bunch on Kangaskhan. And flipping coins to do extra damage. That sounds like the kind of thing we might be seeing as well. But I've told you everything we know. I've told you everything I can. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Give me your thoughts, your feelings, your predictions, and anything else. Go nuts, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.